In my previous video where I talked about what Honkai Impact as a gacha game has to offer, I didn't touch much of its contents in detail. In this video, I will tell you what to expect, and as to how grindy the game can be. Similar to my previous video, I will try to keep the explanation simple yet informative, but there will be spoilers during these explanations. Viewers' discretion is advised. The golden question towards newcomers: how grindy is Honkai Impact? The answer to that is, very. To give you a perspective on how grindy the game is, it takes a good while to even farm 1 stigmata, which are the equips for the units, and each unit in Honkai Impact can equip to a total number of 3 stigmatas. The best analogy that I can give is it's similar how it takes literal months to raise a unit's all 3 talents up to level 10 in Genshin Impact. As I mentioned before, there are way too many amounts of in-game currencies. As a result, what I normally would do is keep what items I do have and grind for items that I need but lacking sufficient amounts. I won't deny that I myself have done the exchanges, but only due when I ran out of patience or due to grinding burnouts. It's not like players do not have the option to exchange the currencies with other items, but it makes the player think twice if the exchange is worth it or not. My personal advice regarding the exchanges: overall, just grind and avoid any exchanges, because the process to raise anything in the game takes time anyways. Some of the grinds are time-gated, while others needs to meet specific requirements. Due to this gated mechanic, your next approach will determine the overall time consumed to max out a unit or its equips. Now it's all about how patient you're going to wait, versus on how much you are willing to spend IRL currencies for the game. So you've seen all, if not most of the grind that players would have to go through to maximize a unit's damage power, but there is a catch. In order to gain access to Stigmata's stat rerolls, weapons upgrades and the forgings, the players must first reach level 80 and accept the limit break. Players whom reached level 80 but did not perform the limit break will not have access to these upgrades and forgings. Now what is this limit break thing that I mentioned? To put it simply, the limit break is just a scary way to intimidate players from gaining access to better upgrades and material drops. It may sound like I am joking, but that's really what it is. Before you undergo the limit break, the game will warn you how combat difficulty will increase and you cannot revert this process, giving you doubt that you would be stuck unable to progress the game. The limit break warning did scare me too, I admit it, but looking back it's really nothing to worry about too much. Rather, I regretted not performing the limit break sooner. Feel free to search up past Reddit discussions regarding the limit break, for it did ease my decision making to go through with it. So in hindsight, the limit break is not a problem. The real problem is getting to level 80. I don't recall how long it took me to reach level 80, what I can tell you is that it did take a while. And it doesn't help in being a free-to-play either, for that limits to the number of grinds I can do each day if not each week. Ultimately, if you're planning to play the game as a free-to-play player like myself, be aware it can only get you so far. To me personally, the grinds doesn't bother me as much as it used to. For the story of Honkai is what grabs my interest the most now. There you go. TLDR, Honkai is a grindy game. While it is nowhere near the levels of other games like Ark Survival, Honkai is still very grindy. That does ask for time, effort, and diligence. With that said, you have reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching.